What's up, everyone, and welcome to another Star Wars News Roundup. Let's just dive right into it, and we're going to start by talking about The Bad Batch Season 2. They've already announced that it's happening. Kind of a weird time to announce it, right before the two-part finale. But
I don't think it's that weird. It's a good time to say, hey, this is a two-part finale, and also, it might leave off on a cliffhanger, so here's a Season 2 announcement.
I didn't feel any different watching part one of the finale. I saw some people say, that kind of removes some of the tension. I didn't feel that at all watching part one. I was still fully invested, but it does seem like you waited this long. I think it would have been cool to have us, get the reveal right at the end, like they did with Loki, just to be like, yes, good, there's a season 2. But it's also not really surprising. We kind of assumed as the season was wrapping up, we're like, there are too many loose threads dangling for them to wrap it all up.
Yeah, we were getting closer and closer to the end, and things were still seeming very open-ended, so yay for Season 2. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, and I still trust that there's going to be plenty of surprises and emotional moments in the part 2 of the finale, but there was another announcement that we're getting a new LEGO special, The Terrifying Tales, coming on October 1st, which it sounds a lot like the Tales from Vader's Castle series, honestly, where Poe and BB-8 are going to crash land on Mustafar, where they find Graballa the Hutt, turning Vader's castle into a luxury hotel, a Sith-themed hotel.
Love it.
Yeah. Graballa the Hutt is a great character if you haven't watched the Freemaker Adventures or any of the LEGO shorts. He's super fun.
I would absolutely go stay at that hotel. Forget the Starcruiser. Take me to the haunted Mustafar hotel.
Yeah, this is all just them dipping their toes and being like, would people be into this?
Yeah.
Can we do a Sith hotel? Let's try it. But yeah, they're going to be led on a tour by Vinay, who's going to be voiced by Tony Hale, and he's going to tell them spooky stories while I guess he tries to awaken some ancient evil. And it might be them trying to resurrect Vader, honestly, because there was a tease in last year's, I think it was Return to Vader's Castle. So Kevin Scott every year has written these little spooky stories centered around Vader's castle. And the end kind of teased that it would be about, that this year's would be about Vader's resurrection. And I wonder if that's going to tie into Terrifying Tales or something.
I mean, the poster for it kind of seems like it. It's got a little hand with a red lightsaber coming out of a grave, but that could be ambiguous, I guess. But
it's very, very similar to the Vader's Castle series, which is intriguing to me, but it also feels like a good fit for LEGO Star Wars to just do something goofy and fun and have Christian Slater voicing Ren.
I just had a thought. This is the perfect opportunity to let Poe have the line, somehow Vader returned.
Oh, yeah. I can see that happening. Just his exasperation. Mm-hmm. If they're just resurrecting Vader and Dooku and Grievous, and he's like, oh no.
Somehow, they've all returned.
I guess to segue, we'll stick with LEGO, and I don't want to talk too much about this because it's still very up in the air, but Gamescom had a little teaser announcement because it's coming up. It's a games convention. And the teaser they had, it was just a little countdown image, but the background of it was Lego Darth Vader. So people are like, maybe we're going to finally get some news about Lego Star Wars. I don't know.
I hope so.
I do too. We've been just waiting for news on that for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we first accidentally heard about it at Celebration 2019, or maybe it was EA Play the year before that. I don't remember, but it's been a long time. But now we can segue from LEGO video games into other video games. On a earnings or conference call or something, someone from EA said that they are still very invested in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which of course I'm thrilled about.
Yeah, we've been hearing rumblings for a long time now about a sequel to Fallen Order. no idea what it would be about, if it would have the same characters, what time period. But yeah, I think Fallen Order 2 is a pretty sure bet at this point.
And this is also not anything crazy new. They've basically said something similar, but again, it was like in 2020. But yeah, Fallen Order did really well for them. And what a relief, because I'm a big fan of single-player gaming, just that story-driven game style. So I'm really relieved to just even hear anything that they're still like, yeah, we're working on it. They called it a franchise. They didn't say, the Fallen Order sequel. They said franchise. So I'm like, great, keep it going, because I loved that game so much. I think it would likely follow the same characters, if I had to guess.
Probably. I mean, Cal Kestis, I don't think his story is over.
I think it could have stopped at 1. I think that's a fine stopping point, to just leave it ambiguous and then they could pick up the story with someone else. But I think they're not going to do that. I think they'll stick with the marketable characters. And then there's no segue into the last little story we have. It's the Galactic Cruise. They revealed a lot of new information on that, and everyone was yelling about how expensive it is. And it is real expensive.
It is expensive, and that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I was expecting, 100% expecting prices like these. I think it was just under $5,000 for like a 2-person trip. Yeah, it's steep, but it's Disney, and it's like all immersive stuff. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to do. It gets you into the park. There's a lot that comes in the price of the ticket. So
I was still surprised.
It's steep, but I wasn't surprised.
I was expecting it to be expensive, but not $1,200 a night per person expensive. I thought that was a lot, but hey, I enjoyed seeing all of the coupon day jokes from Jurassic Park all day when they announced it. It does sound really fun. And yes, really immersive to go on like this cruise. And yeah, it takes you to Galaxy's Edge, and it gets you into Rise of Resistance, which is probably the most guaranteed way to get on that ride now.
That's true.
We still haven't even ridden that. But yeah, there's like shows and a ball or a gala at the end, and lots of different unique experiences everyone can have, which, yeah, it sounds like you'll be able to live out your own Star Wars story. But
I have a feeling it's going to be like going to Savvy's for the first time and building your lightsaber, and how that like blew our minds of how cool that was. I think it's going to be like that, but bigger. So
yeah, I'm sure that's what they're going for. And it does look like crazy fun. Hopefully, maybe in a couple years, they'll be like, all right, we're knocking the price down a little bit now that the rush of it all being new is over, but we'll see. Maybe
this is a special pandemic price that's, I mean, not that Disney's hurting for money, but that's
right.
That's not what we're here to talk about.
I liked all the people saying that they were going to just dress up like Han Solo and smuggle themselves on. Like, yep, that sounds right. Let's all do that.
Got my spice, got my vest. Put me on here for free.
Let's all agree to just sneak on. Yeah, but that's it for Star Wars news this week. Not a ton of stuff, nothing super surprising, but we've been enjoying doing these wrap-ups. So if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch.
And as always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.